Hello and welcome to a very special episode of Breaking Down Bergman. I'm at the World Film Festival in Montreal, Canada, and I had a chance to sit down with actress Liv Ullmann and talk about the new film that she appears in. It's a documentary called Liv and Ingmar about their relationship, but she also talked to me about the director himself.
The first time I met Ingmar, as shy as I was and as afraid as I was, I just also felt this familiarity. And he was so much older than me. You know, I was 25 then and he was 46. He wasn't only this incredible creative person. But I remember each morning when he came, I just started to cry because I was so overwhelmed, and suddenly I wasn't overwhelmed anymore. I was so much in love.
Why now? Why make this documentary now?
There's no reason why it's been made now. It's the reason for me being in this is that the director, the creator of the whole story, asked me, and I've always said no. But when I met him, I just felt this is a man who listens and who cares and knows Bergman and knows him very well. And he wants to make something about the relationship between me and Ingmar. And I did, 10 movies with Ingmar as an actress and 2 movies as a director. And I said, I will do an interview with you at Ingmar's island, Fårö, Gotland, and I will do it for 2 days, and that's all I will give. And you can use audio for me reading from my first book, Changing. And whatever you make of that is fine with me. If I like it, I'll be with you. If I don't like it, I'll badmouth you. I don't like to work if I don't trust the people I'm working with, because to be a actress or director or whatever, if I feel that we are not truthful to each other, it's no good. I did a movie where I felt I was asked to do it as an actress, and I felt the director maybe didn't really want what I had to give. He wanted something he had in his head and wanted me to do it that way, and I'm too old to do what somebody else did of a homework. If they want me, they should use me and be truthful about that. So I trusted that director. It didn't work so well for me. This one I trusted because I listened to him when I first met him, and I knew there's no way he's going to fail me, and he didn't. I saw the movie finished. I saw it with an audience here in Montreal yesterday, and I find it kind of extraordinary because it's the truth about a relationship which is based on love, and love that goes over into deep friendship and was always part of a creative relationship. And what he has made is to show how a relationship also is reflected in the movies that Ingmar Bergman made since we met each other.
There were a lot of parallels between those 2 relationships in the films, I guess, in some ways.
I never felt it was,
really?
But no, not at all. But now when I saw his movie, I really feel, yes, there is a relationship between how we lived our lives together as friends and artistic collaborators and the movies that he made. But I never thought of it that way. Maybe because for me, I always think of Ingmar in a very personal way, and when I worked with him in the movies, I was the actress, and I didn't think in that personal way anymore.
I guess some of the themes as well, people can say, they can suggest that they were based on your relationship, but there's also a universal truth to them. I mean, that's why they speak to everyone.
We found that out yesterday because we saw it. I saw it for the first time with a big audience, and afterwards there was to be question answers, and I expected a lot of questions, but that didn't happen. People got up and they told about their own relationships, and that was very, very moving. It's like this documentary opened up for people to talk about how they felt when they loved, when they were left, relationships. And also it made me really see how Ingmar's movies, Ingmar Bergman's movies, that many people say, oh, they're so difficult and they're so dark and we don't want to see that. I always knew, but it also made me realize that if people forget that it's difficult and strange, if they just sit there and watch the movies, what the people are saying, they will suddenly see, this is about me too. These are strange thoughts I have, lovely thoughts I have, sad thoughts I have, and yes, I am listened to, I'm seen.
Was there a reluctance, though, to talk about the relationship more than you already had? Because, I mean, it was always sort of a public relationship, but in a way it's different putting it onto screen as fact, not as necessarily the type of art that you had been involved in with Bergman previously.
Yeah, well, it became more, and I didn't maybe realize that because it was filmed while I said what I often can say in different interviews. Maybe I tell one story or maybe I say one thing, but here a lot of it came together, and it was filmed and it was put in a relationship to his movies and to creative thoughts that he had about what our relationship was all about. It became more personal than I thought it would, but I don't mind because he was trustworthy.
I was with my good girlfriends who were in the movie, Ingrid Thulin and Harriet Andersson. So it occurred to me, I never really told him that it's over for me, when we were having wine in the evening. So, I said, I think I'll go and tell him now, it's over, we are over. He already had a new woman and was going to get married, so this was the wine. and the three of us went to the door, and I was outside his door. He used to lock us in at night because he didn't want us to party, and so he was like that, but we came out. And so we had the wine, and then we went to his door, and I knocked on the door. I said, Ingmar, I need to talk to you. And he never opened. And later he told me that he was so scared because I had sounded so angry that he had jumped out of the window on the other side. And my only reason was to say, Ingmar, it's over. It's over with us. And after that, we continued to work together. Always, always.
I don't know anything about computers or e-book or whatever they are called. Neither did Ingmar. It's okay for him that he's gone because this world would have really made him nervous. It really would. Because you put these cameras on when I didn't even know about it, and I just had some salad, and I was wondering, do I have salad in my teeth? And I had no idea that I was filmed. Yeah. It's for me a little insecure world to be in now, because I don't know when people are taking you, raping you without you even knowing. But you were kind enough. You took it. You said, I'll take it away before I'm on YouTube with the green teeth.
It's interesting though that you say that Bergman wouldn't like the world as it exists today. Do you think
he would like much in the world. He wouldn't like this.
The technology side.
Oh, no way.
Why not?
Do you think Picasso would have liked that the paintings would now be made digitally and with no? Creation is movement, it's time, it's experience, it's watching each other, it's listening to each other. It is not do and somebody else do. That's not what it is. And it's incredible for the people now who are incredible doing this, and it makes a lot of us other completely on the outside. I'm not criticizing it. I'm just saying that for those of us who don't want to do this, it is a little strange. You feel like a little strange in the world. And I know Bergman more than anything. And you will see it in this documentary, because some of it is from Ingmar's letters to me. And it's beautiful letters. And it's his handwriting. And it's little hearts. And it's a little wrinkly if it has been read a lot. And so that's lost in this world.
There's a value in the tangible.
Exactly.
Obviously, Bergman has a lot of fans and a lot of loyal fans and a lot of curiosity around him, but keeping the legacy of Bergman alive, what I think about, for example, is one day I went on iTunes and only The Seventh Seal was available to purchase. So in my mind, I thought...
Can you purchase?
You can purchase or rent it on there, and it's the only film. But
like it's your own.
Right, like you would buy at the store, except a file.
Right.
But it just makes me think, going into the future, keeping Ingmar Bergman's art in the public and part of discussion, what would you like future generations to see in Bergman's films? And
I would like them to know what movie is when it's filmed, not made maybe in other ways, when it's filmed and where many people come together and the room goes dark and then something happens up there on the screen and all these people in the dark, they are experiencing something together up there, and it lasts maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours. It's shared, and you walk out and you can talk about it, or you can carry it with you and think about it. But part of the value is that people together in a dark room are experiencing something together. It's not a lone thing. It's experiencing together. That's different than a painting. A painting you can experience all alone. Film, I think the way it was made is also a shared experience. It's the breathing, it's the laughing, you can hear some sniff. I just wish if people get to be interested in Bergman, if they have not been it before. Yes, I think what you are doing is very interesting and very good. If people then want to meet him also in another way, because they get curious. Why did he make this movie? For what media? In what way did he want you to see it originally? And then they will go and do it that way.